Living tell us it's going to start later tonight, probably after most of us are already in bed. And it's going to be a lot of wet stuff, snow and sleet. The latest forecast calls for up to 10 inches of snow. But here's the deal. We know temperatures are going to stay below freezing for at least a week. And that means that this snow and ice is not going to melt in a day or two. It will wear out its welcome, and it's going to be tough. Our sidewalks will be covered, our streets will be covered, anything that is in reach of this storm will be covered with snow and ice. So if you don't have to leave your house, stay indoors. If you need to go to the store or the pharmacy, do it before nightfall. Our Department of Transportation and Public Works will be out treating and plowing the streets. With us today is Stephanie Leon Streeter, our Director of Transportation and Public Works, and Ryan Pierce, our Operations Manager. They're going to tell us a little bit about what their department is doing. Please be patient with our snow crews. They have 3,200 miles of roads to treat and plow. That is going to be a challenge. Retaining and recruiting our drivers for our snow plows is a challenge. This year I asked for several $million of additional funds to give our hardworking county employees raises, and those were cut during the county council budget process. But we are hopeful that those funds will be made available early this year. Stephanie, would you or Ryan like to say something?
Sure. I just want to make sure, to the extent that I can, and I apologize for my voice, that people be mindful of the trucks on the road. Stay back. Do not hug them as you're traveling or trying to get any place. We have a big job, and we're going to work as hard as we can. We have over 110 trucks, but we do have 20 trucks that are not filled. So just bear with us. Be patient. If you can stay indoors, please do so. We're going to try to address the streets as quick as we can, but it's going to be a storm like we've never seen or haven't seen in a long time, and we're going to need your patience as we get through all of the work that we have to do.
Yeah, and I just want to reiterate everything that Dr. Page and Stephanie said, and also ask, it helps us a lot if you can move your cars parked on street to driveways. That definitely makes it easier for us to do our jobs, and really appreciate everybody's cooperation, and I'm hoping for the best.
Well, we do recognize that this will be the most significant storm that we've seen in several years. So our message is to get ready for a tough week and to help us out. As we heard, move your cars and be patient with our drivers. The county's warming shelters are open. The Salvation Army warming shelter is available at 10740 Page Avenue. And if you want to have access to this shelter, you can call the Salvation Army directly at 423-7770, 314-423-7770, or call the Salvation Army helpline or the county helpline at 211. This shelter is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for access to our residents who need a place to go. The St. Louis County Office of Emergency Management also has an alert line that you can text SLCOEM. There's nothing tricky about SLCOEM. That's St. Louis County Office of Emergency Management, SLCOEM. You can text that to 78015. That's 78015, and you'll be getting alerts from St. Louis County over the coming days about this storm as it's progressing. Of course, our media will be all over it. This is going to be the most significant event we've seen in a while, and I'm sure that we'll all be watching it very closely. Please follow the guidance and direction from our Office of Emergency Management You can follow along on their social media page. You can follow along on the St. Louis County page. We also have Michelle Ryan here with us today, who's the Director of Office of Emergency Management. I did not tell Michelle that she would be presenting today, but I think she probably has something to say. You want to come on up?
Thank you, sir. Good morning. So we've been preparing for a few days. I know our office PIO has spent a lot of time on the socials trying to get the message out, things you can do to prepare your home, to prepare your car, things like insulating doors and windows, right? Protecting your pipes. Check your heat sources. Make sure you have extra blankets, batteries, flashlights. The amount and type of precipitation that we're expecting, we have some concerns about power outages. Power outages in bitter cold temperatures are even worse. So make sure that as you hunker down tonight and through tomorrow, that you have what you need if your power goes out, right? We have about a 10-hour window now before this thing gets going. I think a lot of the panic buying happened yesterday. So maybe you are okay to venture out to the stores, but once this starts, stay home. We got very good as far as Monday goes and Tuesday, and as our road crews take care of our roadways, we got really good at work from home in 2020. So perhaps Monday, that is a skill we should touch back and practice and let them finish doing their jobs. My PIO wanted me to mention your emergency kits, home, flashlight, batteries, first aid supplies. Don't forget the can opener. Have a weather radio, hygiene items, cars, jumper cables, flashlights, blankets, snacks. It's amazing how hungry you get when you've sat on the side of a closed, frozen road for 8 hours. Ice scrapers, sand or cat litter. Stay off the roads. Check your road conditions. Don't go out unless you absolutely have to. These folks are out there trying to do their jobs, and their safety is incredibly important. Monitor your local weather and any updates. You can get them on your phone, right? All of our local news channels have apps for that. They'll send you notifications. Our office has an app for that. We will also send you notifications. And most of them will drill down to your own area code or your own zip code. And then know where your warming centers are, right, should you need one. 211 has them listed on their webpage. We keep them on our socials. You can always call 211, or you can call the St. Louis County Bureau of Communications non-emergency line, and they also have that list. So we just want to remind everyone to prepare, stay informed, and follow along with the updates and heed the cautions that you're given. Thank you.
Thanks, Michelle. We have a good team here at St. Louis County since I became county executive almost 6 years ago. Michelle Ryan has been our Director of Emergency Management. She does a bang-up job, and we're very confident in her leadership, as well as Stephanie Leon Streeter at the Department of Transportation and Public Works. We do have a good team in St. Louis County. In an emergency situation like this, you all in the community are important members of that team. We need you being smart. We need you to do smart things. That means help out our emergency crews as we're trying to get the streets cleared, and stay off the streets and stay home unless you absolutely need to be out. Thank you for your help. And I'd be glad to answer any questions.
When it comes to treating the roads, are there certain ones y'all start with?
So we're going to be starting with our arterial roads and our collectors. We will be pre-treating all of our system, and we're starting that, we called in the crews at 11 o'clock. So it takes us a good 8 hours to clear all of the roads that we have, and then we're going to be focusing on the arterials, primarily because they are the largest roads we have. They carry the most people, and they get you to the hospitals and stores and other places that you need to be.
What do the shifts look like for, I know they're working long days. Are they working 12-hour shifts? What's that like for them?
Yes, our shifts are 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., 12-hour shifts.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
When you guys said that you don't have 20 trucks in service, will that have a big impact on getting the roads treated or plowed?
It slows us down because we have less people doing the same amount of miles, essentially.
So then I know that, you know, people are eager to get out of their homes. Should they just, I guess, what's your best advice in terms of, you know, not having full service trucks? I guess just be patient. What's your best advice in that regard?
Yeah, patience is definitely key. Because with a storm like this and the intensity that we're going to see, is we're going to be focusing on those major roads pretty much all day. And it'll be a while before we can get back into the subdivisions and plow those streets.
Do y'all have a capacity of the warming shelters? Amount of people?
We have capacity at our warming shelters, and if our warming shelters run out of space, then we have a backup plan for that. So we will be able to take care of anyone who needs help, who needs to get out of the weather. We have capacity for that. Any other questions? Okay, let's go to work and spread the word. Thank you.
Thank y'all.